welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about unit conversions using units of length. Now, when I use units of length, I'm talking about using units like yards, feet, inches, and miles. Now, my biggest unit of length is miles. It takes 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards to make a mile. For yards, it takes 3 feet or 36 inches to make a yard. For feet, it takes 12 inches, and inches is my smallest unit. Now, when I'm going from a big unit to a little unit, I have to multiply, because when I'm multiplying, I'm saying that there is more of this little unit, of the smaller unit, than there is of the greater unit, of the big unit. So let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3. 2 miles equals blank yards. Well, looking at my notes, I know that miles is my biggest unit, right? So I'm going to look up and see how many yards does it take to make a mile. And I show yards by YD, so that's feet, yards. So 1,760 yards times 2 will tell me how many miles I have in yards. So when I multiply, I start in the ones. Way to go. 0 times 2 is? Yep, it's 0. 6 times 2 is? Yeah, it's 12. So I put the 2, carry the 1. I'm going to multiply, then add. So multiply 7 times 2. Yep, it's 14. Then add. You're so smart. It's 15. So put the 5, carry the 1, multiply, then add. 2 times 1 is? Plus 1. You're right, it's 3. So 2 miles is equal to 3,520 yards. Because again, I'm going from big unit, miles, to little unit, yards. Now, if it gave me my smaller unit and said 3,520 yards is equal to how many miles, I would have had to divide 3,520 by 1,760. I would have had to use the conversion there to see how many miles would it make. So when you're going from your greater unit to your smaller unit, you're going to multiply, because there is more of the smaller unit than there is of the bigger unit. When I'm going from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, I'm going to divide, because I'm going to see how much of the big unit does the small unit make. Let's look at number 4. 2/3 yards equals how many feet? Which one is bigger, yards or feet? Yeah, yards. Yards are bigger. So I'm going to say 2/3 times how many feet does it take to make a yard? Way to go, smarty party. It's 3. And how can I show 3 as a whole number when I'm using fractions? I can put 3 over 1, right? Because that says 3 wholes. So I'm going to multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. Can I leave it this way? Can I leave it this way? I can't. You're right. What is 6 divided by 3? How many 3's will fit inside of 6? You're right. It's 2. So it equals 2 feet. So 2/3 of a yard equals 2 feet. Now, I could have used reasoning and said if 3 feet equal a yard, 2/3 of a foot equals 2. But I need to know how to do the conversion so that I know without a shadow of a doubt what that conversion is. So again, when you go from big to small units, you multiply because you have more of the little unit than you do of the big unit. When you're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you divide to see how much of the large unit does the small unit make. I hope this has helped, and we'll talk again real soon.